What's going on, y'all? Back with another week. We got week in sports ball. Back to another reaction. We got this week in sports ball NFL Week 17 edition. Haven't put one of these on the channel yet. I react to them on and off on Twitch every other week or so. Shout out to Jades from Twitch. He put me onto this. I never really watched Urinating Tree like that. I know a lot of y'all know about him because I've seen him in the comment section, or well, like not in the comment section, but really in the comment section on Twitch. So yeah, man, we'll go ahead and jump into it. I get my thoughts as I react, and yeah, let's get it. Y'all hit that like button for me first. It helps me go up in the algorithm, helps the channel grow, and we'll jump into it.
Funny thing is that less than 5 years ago, these two teams met in Foxborough for an AFC championship game. This summer
They did play the Patriots. Oh, hey, Saxonville, remember that, man.
around, all we're asking is this question.
They
How
did.
did Jacksonville fluke their way into that season? The Jags are in complete free fall.
Hey,
And this match was merely
now that was full of great team building right there. All of them players just brought in, a lot of them drafted, like just, oh, great team building right there, man. Free agency, they hit with AJ Bouye and they had Jalen Ramsey at the same time. Just after AJ Bouye had a prime year with the Texans just love to let go of their superstars. After he had a prime year with the Texans, but yeah, man.
reinforcement of it. Bill Belichick loves him some jailbait at QB. He's a sick fuck. And he'll have his defense do vile, disgusting things to Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, he always
The entire Jacksonville
that's why he said Joe Bet. He always beats rookie quarterbacks. I just thought about that.
He's violating the Jags in every orifice. The worst part is that Jacksonville's just sitting there and taking
Has a rookie QB beat Bill Belichick yet?
They're already suffering from extreme pain. All signs are pointing to them keeping Trent Baalke as GM because what? Does he make a good mac and cheese? It certainly isn't his illustrious record of player management, I'll tell you that. Jacksonville's run by clowns. We all knew this. Patriots, this beatdown is ugly enough. Take your playoff berth and prepare yourselves for
50 to 10. Playoff bound. Tank ball. So what two bad teams played this week? Okay. Giants and Bears. Gotcha.
The last tank bowl of the season. It's a special time.
I got a lot of Bears play good though. I give it to them.
Who loses, the Giants win.
All around, they play pretty good.
This pivotal jockeying for draft position. When you willingly start Mike Glennon, you already know you're losing more than
Mike Glennon recorded a QBR of 0 yesterday. He did not have enough plays to officially qualify, but if he had, it would have been the worst QBR in the history of the metric, dating back to 06. Previous was 0.3 by Peyton Manning in week 10 of 24. Whoa. What game was this? Peyton Manning was on the Broncos at that time. A shocking way to lose week 2. This was Alex Smith. Eric Berry, the legend. So what happened here? 7-14, 17-17. What happened? I'm gonna have to come back to this. Somebody remind me in the comment section to come back to this game. Probably do a throwback reaction to it, if anything.
in this game. You're losing dignity. And it's all for that fantastic tank. The Bears might be starting Andy Dalton, but they might as well have been starting a wooden plank. They still would have won by multiple scores.
Good toe tap.
Afghan government put up a more valiant defensive cobble than the G-men did in this game. You. Yes, you. Sitting in a chair on the toilet
negative 10 passing yards.
More yards on Sunday than the Giants did. The definition of insanity
Wow.
is doing the same shit repeatedly and expecting different results.
Hey, the thing is though,
Didn't you hear Joe Judge's rant about how there are like 2 practice squad players that want to be on the Giants? He's tough and no nonsense because he's
what? Am I tripping? Since Joe Judge's job was declared safe, he's lost every game by at least 2 touchdowns. Implied Belichick was on the hot seat during a Super Bowl winning season. Told a Marine Todd story about players wishing they played for the Giants and made up an alternate 2019 season all-time run. Had a 10-minute rant. Players that won the Giants last year have been calling him saying how much they wish they were still here, even though they're getting paid more somewhere else. Giants fans, y'all comment y'all thoughts on that, please.
2 practice squad players that want to be on the Giants. He's tough and no nonsense because he's from Philly. And he'll pelt you with batteries if you question
This
his
isn't a
ethics.
clown show. We're building a
Ownership will get
foundation.
the message that this is a clown
What
show.
foundation?
Maybe a former player or two could scream it to them.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. they have a lot of talent on that team, in my opinion. Like, it's a talented squad for them to have only 4 wins.
Playing insanely weak opponents during the winning streak. Have you seen how well that defense has been? I was considering this as well, not gonna lie. In our cold reality against the Titans, rain wasn't the only thing hampering the Dolphins. It was their entire damn team. The defense was dead on arrival, the offense followed suit, and Tua developed a fumbling fetish so deadly that he's now indebted to the triads. The soft schedule narrative is swelling with pride in this outcome. Miami
I ain't gonna lie.
Tennessee knew the stakes of this game and slapped their southern opponents silly. It's been a weird year for the Titans.
I feel like Miami didn't do enough in the offseason.
Despite all thrown in their way. With how well they played today,
Like, instead of going after Will Fuller, I think they should have went after a running back or an offensive line. Instead of drafting Jalen Waddle, I think they should have drafted a elite running back, which would have been a Najee Harris, if they could have got him, or a offensive lineman. That's just my perception on it. I didn't think they needed extra receivers. I feel like that was the least of their problems last year.
Miami Dolphins eliminated.
A pretty cool graphic. But yeah, I feel like that wasn't the biggest problems.
We know how this ends, boys. You try to posture like you're above your station in life and fall face first into a vat of acid. I get you're playing with house money. I don't care. This is what the Falcons do, despite somehow going 7-2 in one-score games this season. Still a better outcome than the relentless choking, but this is where it ends. You had your lead at halftime because Josh Allen is the only thing that makes the Bills' offense run, and he was throwing free picks like it was a betting insider.
Man, Josh threw 3 picks. That was wild.
Second half, Buffalo realized that they need this game for their own dreams and outsprint Old Falcon to the finish line. I'm not dismissing Atlanta outright. There were a few times where they got close to scoring, but isn't that the story of this damn franchise? Letting prime chances slip through their grasp against all odds?
God.
Atlanta Falcons eliminated.
The Bills, meanwhile, continue their march with a secured playoff berth.
Playoff bound Bills.
Tom Brady's coming.
I'm sure you had an interesting take on this one.
One of his favorite pastimes has been walking into MetLife and defecating at midfield. Think Aaron Rodgers owns Chicago? Tom Brady could run for governor of New York and have a good chance of winning. Tampa Bay should be woken up sometime soon. They're looking pretty damn sluggish to start. Is beating their opponent really this hard to do? All the Jets have is a young roster and 10,000 reasons to play hard for a new contract.
Just got a bunch of hungry players, though.
But I will give them credit. They're playing quality football. New York's doing what they need to do to win. Well, they're even up by 14 in the second half. All they have to do.
They got a lot of competitive players, too. I'll give them that, man. I ain't gonna lie, I say that. They got some guys who will compete. They may not all be elite or really good, but they got some solid players on their roster.
We can talk about how the Jets are charging forward, about how they can seal the deal, but narratives don't exist without evidence. What the hell do you think happened? They shit the bed on a 4th down conversion and gave Tom Brady a chance to fulfill another goddamn.
In retrospective, that tackle by Antoine Winfield was clutch.
For decades.
Cyril Grayson. That was big.
Big shock. Brady pulled out another goddamn miracle because he shits on the Jets like his morning Tom. Le'Veon Bell, of all people, gets his revenge against the team that cut him. These are the only
Le'Veon came out there, contributed. He did solid.
Nothing else occurred. Nothing whatsoever. I am in no way going to talk about how Antonio Brown is an irreparable cancer and possibly dealing with undiagnosed CTE. I was told by Bruce Arians that this guy had turned a new leaf. We couldn't have predicted this would happen because of some.
The fake vaccine card thing was kind of like, dang, AB, we thought. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, he's a great player, no doubt about that. It's just, it seemed like it's always something in the media, always something surrounding his name. Elite player, I give him that. He's still. I tell you this, man. You take AB, put him on a team who needs a #1 receiver right now, like the Patriots, would have been perfect fit for him. The Raiders, that's crazy. He left teams who were really good fits. The Steelers, like, they need that elite guy who they can just throw it to, who they can count on for they have good supporting cast. The Steelers have a great supporting cast. Pats have a great supporting cast. Raiders, I ain't gonna say great, but they got some guys. You know, but he still be the guy, you know. And I think on the team where he is the guy, he will definitely put up 1,000 yards. Definitely.
All but foolproof. In the third quarter, Bruce Arians told Antonio
I give him 1,200 minimum if he stay healthy. Like right now.
told no one about. Little did Bruce know that he ruptured him like Arians did his Achilles. The diva needs to take center stage. With half a second of thoughtful
How did Bruce rupture his Achilles?
He removed his uniform on the sidelines and showed the world his fantastically big chest. AB's a cancer walking down the field. He's at the 2, the 1, touchdown end of his NFL career. He's pumping up the crowd, celebrating with the ultimate end zone dance as he rides off into the sunset. Johnny Rotten said
that part was crazy. AB needed 8 more catches to get 333 yards, 55 receiving yards, 330. I said the yards, $33,000. He would have hit all of this. That's crazy. That kind of sucks.
It's better to burn out than to fade away.
But it was 2 sides to the story. I heard both sides, and this is like, man, I don't know.
MetLife Stadium is a shithole, and he's being shadowed by a TikTok influencer. But this is quite the way to go out. From a potential gold jacket to needing nothing but a straight.
Nice fit, nice chains.
AB is going to be a cautionary tale about ego and self-destruction for a long time. He's not only lolcow of the week for this week, he's retroactively lolcow of the week for last week as well.
I saw that video. He gave Big Ben props. That was respectable.
Only place this dude belongs is in a psych ward. We are all apparently supposed to feel bad because Washington's been dealing with some real life shit. Bitch, you think your real life shit is notable? Go join the Raiders. They'll tell you all about the tribulations of their season. Do any of us believe Philadelphia gives a damn? Do you think they'll play nice because of a few?
Washington just ain't nothing guaranteed there.
They've got playoffs to shoot for, baby.
It's like they give you a feeling like, oh man, it's a lot to look forward to, and they just like they underachieve.
No one's going to feel bad when Washington eventually loses this match. All the shit ownership's pulled this year, both off the field and on top of their fans. Are you in any wonder why Jalen Hurts is playing a quietly efficient game? It'll be enough to give Philly a 1-point lead, but here's where
people were sleeping on Jalen. I ain't gonna lie. These past month, past 4 games, man. At least that I can remember. If I can remember the 4th game back, for sure these past 4 games he's been doing very, very efficient, very well. Just kind of carrying, honestly.
That's more like it. Philadelphia pulls off another crucial win to solidify the impossible. A wild card spot is theirs.
So they solidified. They in there. Wow, I did not know that. This was wild.
For celebration. Think Dan Snyder would try to
Oh my, this angle is way worse. Oh my gosh.
Celebration.
Oh, he fell with his phone out. Oh my gosh. I ain't gonna lie, he fell the hardest. Gosh. He fell the hardest.
Do not turn FedEx Field into a
The railing has been zip tied after its earlier collapse. Wow. I don't know what to say.
metal death trap.
Washington reskins eliminated.
He said reskins.
Raider Nation more. This is another in a season of brutal tragedies. One of the franchises.
This was a surprising win in my opinion.
Is dead. Somewhere up there, he's calling this game with Pat Summerall and smiling in his broadcast cloud. Indianapolis is going to be a big challenge. Carson Wentz tested positive for COVID earlier in the week, but thanks to new protocols, he's able to play despite his unvaccinated status, along with many others.
Oh, I'm thinking of week 18. Okay.
Because it really doesn't. Las Vegas may not have much in terms of good fortune, but what you can't deny is that they are.
They returned by Hunter.
Better teams would have thrown in the towel weeks ago, but they are blessed with two things today: Madden's ascension to the football pantheon and the almighty coin. It does predict they will win, but it's been wrong before.
Okay.
As John Madden looks on from above, do you remember how the immaculate reception always haunted him past his coaching days?
That was so clutch. Hey, that was probably my favorite play of the week. I ain't gonna lie. That was clutch.
They will fight and claw for field position, taking over 9 minutes off the clock to tie the game. What the Raiders need is an outright miracle. Las Vegas will need every divine intervention they can think of to bring them glory on this sacred day. If you can believe it, they're doing it. They're achieving what people thought was impossible. The 11 men on offense transformed
That was awesome.
the Raiders' greats of the past on this drive.
He said he was ruled down here. I didn't see the replay, but even though he got called back, that was a really good play.
Carlson from 30 feet. His kick is good. Raiders win.
Said A+ work on the time clock.
Season of twists and turns continues on with a gutsy victory. It wasn't pretty, but we know why this was meant to be. John Madden blessed them from above. The coin is now 15-1, but it will have to be rung again for prophecy to come true. All that stands in their way from a playoff berth are the Chargers.
What did that mean? The coin is now 15-1. What was that about?
I think I've been too harsh on the Raiders. We need to talk about some of their unsung heroes on the field. Guys like Nate Hobbs, a 5th-round pick who's emerged as a legitimate threat in the secondary. It's about time we finally honor his excellent season.
Raiders fans, y'all put me on the Nate Hobbs.
DUI?
Oh, I ain't know nothing about that.
Fucking
What?
serious. Were you paying attention at all to what happened to Henry Ruggs?
I thought he was about to actually be positive here. Oh, he got me.
Can any more bad fortune befall a franchise in a year? Dear God. Ravens have been playing with fire for far too long. If you saw them at any point throughout the season, you'd have known most of their wins were based on luck or acts of God. But the injury bell will eventually toll. Someday the price paid in bones and ligaments will be too great for a team to overcome. When one thing goes right, 2 other misfortunes come to
That was a great catch.
Lamar is still dealing with a hobbling ankle injury. So Tyler Huntley will
Hey, Tyler been balling though, man.
once again. Fortunately, Matthew Stafford is reminding us all why he never led Detroit anywhere in
I
the
think he
past.
threw 3 picks in this game.
Whatever reason he falls apart in critical situations. 3 horrible turnovers at Baltimore in a position they haven't been in often as of late. In the lead. I just wish their drives wouldn't keep stalling out, but Justin Tucker should be well rested.
Was it really Matt,
Final drive touchdown.
or was it the organization in Detroit?
An uneasy feeling embalms Baltimore. The Rams are slowly chipping away at their lead. The Raven offense can't sustain momentum, but there is a chance to put it away. They're near the goal line, and all they have to do is stall out again. Fucking had them, man. How can you implode like that? Do you know how porous your defense has been due to a litany of ailments? We've been down this road before. They'll make the opposition quarterback look like a Hall of Famer while anus is clenched throughout the Chesapeake.
Ooh.
But maybe this is...
Gosh, was that Calais Campbell?
Stopping them in the red zone.
He just bullied that offensive lineman.
One more to escape.
Hey, I gotta give it to Odell. Clutch. That was clutch.
Shit, I forgot Matthew Stafford's also incredible with the 2-minute drill. Ravens, don't do this.
Stafford rolls, throws, end zone.
I ain't gonna lie. The 4th down catch was more clutch than the touchdown. That was crazy.
Again. Their 3rd devastating loss in 4 weeks.
I like that play. It didn't work out, but I like that play a lot.
Assured for them. The Rams steal a win from under their opponent's feet. And it's pretty much ended the Ravens' season. Not only do they have to beat Pittsburgh despite no momentum whatsoever, they have to beat Jags fans next week. On top of other things. It's over, Baltimore.
They also need the Dolphins to lose to New England and Chargers to lose against the Raiders. Oh,
A matchup no one had circled on the calendar back in September. The former heavyweight champion of the world against football's Little Mac. Mac's taken down most opponents thrown at him and now needs to face Mr. Sandman in a clash to prove his legitimacy. The offense will be furious. The Chiefs' attack is potent and relentless, and the Bengals will have to match blows step by step.
hey, whole lot of Jamar Chase. That was crazy right there. That was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I doubted it. I didn't think they needed to draft him. I thought O-line would have been better, but dude turned out to be an A+ pick.
Kansas City's offense has been nigh unstoppable for weeks, but Cincy is hungry for their chance. Things are getting tight in the second half. What was once a 14-point deficit is now becoming a Bengal lead. They've successfully adjusted to their opponent's strategy.
They got a nice receiving core, man.
One down the sidelines with dimes. The Chiefs did everything in their power to regain control of the game, but the Bengals defense holds and forces a field goal to tie. Cincy is a chance to do something truly great. Something that nobody expected out of them coming into this season. And all they need to do is stamp it into reality.
What? Up there looking like a cheat code. I know they gave him a nice mud card.
On a 3rd and 27. I feel like I'm watching the same play over and over again, but this is it.
That's how it felt, honestly. He's killing them sideline catches.
Can't push through. It's 4th down, and the Bengals have chosen to be bold. They're going for it.
Here they go. They go for it. 4th and goal. Burrow. First option not there. Gives it up to Mixon. Looks for an opening. Oh, it's going to be close. There's a flag down.
Why I don't remember this play?
Setting penalties. We have to do this bullshit again.
Just throw the fade and live with it. Burrow. Rolling out. Looking. He almost got hit. Throws it. Flag in the end zone.
They showed this one in the highlights. They didn't show the other one.
Cincy a new set of downs. They can run down the clock. They can win it with a chip shot. What mysteries does Pandora's box have to offer?
McPherson. The kick is good. And the Bengals have won the AFC North.
The motherfucking madmen, they pulled it off. David has taken down Goliath. In front of a once broken faithful, the Bengals have secured their biggest win in quite possibly decades. A new era may very well be upon us. One where Cincinnati emerges from the doldrums once again to take vengeance on those that bested them.
Hey, since he gonna be a nice matchup with just about anybody in the playoffs.
The Bengals have won the AFC North.
Coming into the season, though, it was expected to be a huge toss-up. I didn't think the Bengals was going to be like that, though. But expected to be a huge toss-up as for who was going to come out of the AFC North as the winner.
For both of them here, they went out in style. A flashback to the
Very competitive division.
Magic and booming legions. Of roaring crowds and a zeal that threatens those that dare enter this hallowed domain. Tim Boyle is forced to start for Detroit, but it wouldn't have mattered if Goff was healthy for this. Seattle's offense found a life they've been sorely lacking all season. Rashad Penny had the greatest game of his oft-injured career, and it may help him find a bigger payday in free agency. They made the Lions' defense look as useless as it's usually been with such an undermanned unit. This win was meaningless in the grand scheme of things, but this might be some form of closure, an ending to the greatest era in this franchise's history. You just wish it could have been more, but that's getting into speculation. The Jets can be
Russ' first losing season.
San Francisco
He was throwing with gloves on.
distance to the Wolves that are howling at the door.
But Elijah Mitchell.
To be done without Jimmy Garoppolo. His hand injury will force him to bow out for the future. The truth. The lens. His high-end abilities were flashed but weren't consistent. Houston is playing a very tough game. Someone should tell them that their organization sucks and they're going to be punting most of their players away for 7th-round picks. As a result, things were looking quite hairy for a bit, but Trey Lance showcased what made him a 3rd overall pick. Elijah Mitchell returned to his excellent running behind a stout line.
What round was Elijah drafted in?
Successfully held a rather weak Texans unit, give or take, but they did what they had to do. It wasn't all that sexy, but the 49ers continue to maintain pace. Next week, however, is the true challenge. The Rams. Domination against them must continue. San Francisco must win, or else a horrible fate might befall them.
I might have to go back and repost some of my college reactions because
Winning this game. On paper, sure, they have the defense.
a lot of these rookies are interesting to see how they actually end up panning out this year.
A spark, explosions, and not the good kind. Wow, everyone! The Broncos failed miserably whenever they had a chance to make an impact on the game. Is this supposed to be breaking news? Anyone who's paid the slightest attention knows that this team makes Fred Rogers look more offensive. All this confirms is a date with destiny in Week 18 for the final wildcard spot. Not San Diego wins relatively easily against what's supposed to be an opponent, and what some allegedly called a playoff contender at some point in time. Now that I find funny. People thought this team could have made it far with this shitty offense? Don't make me laugh harder than I am. I think this deserves the reward of sending this
Broncos
team
offense really is not
to the
bad.
bottom of the
It's just they don't have a quarterback. Like, that's it.
Don't you think?
A consistent QB. They're not bad though. Jerry Jeudy, Mike Williams,
New Orleans has an incredibly
Tim Patrick.
tool to end the year.
Who's the other receiver they got? Can't think of his name. Got another guy. No fan, Albert O. Got 2 good running backs.
They may be the epitome of an inept
Got some
play
solid guys on the O-line here and there.
limitations of their own. Their offense has been stuck in quicksand for most of the year. Do you know what the proper solution to that dilemma is? Facing off
That's
against
a good
an
hit.
offense even shittier than yours. In the most shocking turn of events, Carolina did not switch out quarterbacks in nearly every situation. Both defenses quickly
I
realized
said
the best
that,
way to win is
dude.
to force the
When they had Cam Newton starting so much, I'm like, why are they not switching out so much, you know? But switching out as much. I think they're really trying to invest in that whole Cam thing at one point.
men behind center to make plays.
Cause the whole year
He did enough.
they would rotate like it's
No
normal.
surprise, the Saints scored points on back-to-back drives. 11 unanswered points. They can score touchdowns? This is revolutionary in the post-Breeze world. And there's even more good news for New Orleans. The Panthers have to trust Sam Darnold with the
Sheesh.
final drive.
With just one timeout left.
I ain't gonna lie, that's one big thing that they gotta fix, the offensive line.
With this win, the Saints speak 3 words.
I got a nice squad,
I'm
but
alive, bitch. It'll be tough.
I would say add another receiver, another, like, if you could get somebody who's elite, an elite rookie, like a top tier rookie, if you could find a gym, you know what I mean, or get somebody in the offseason
Into the playoffs.
and then fix the O line.
I guess, but Arizona finally went back to flexing their might on the poor fools that try to stun on them. Kyler Murray is the savior of coaches that fail to game plan properly. In so many ways, his fantastic performance bailed out Arizona from an embarrassing freefall and proved to the world why he's undefeated at the shrine to Jerry Jones's ego. If I were Jerry,
Aiden O as a starter at AT&T Stadium.
captures my panic at the team offense. Besides one loud blip against Washington, it's been damn awful for the past month and change. Dak doesn't look confident. The schematics are out of sync. They can't convert third downs. Not to mention Michael Gallup is now out with a torn ACL. Yes, the Cowboys managed to make it a game in the second
That's
half,
tough.
but then we realized that Mike McCarthy's only strength is being carried by high-end talent.
That was a nice punch by Isaiah Simmons. He's been, I ain't gonna lie, he's been making plays this year.
Warning was a fumble. However, McCarthy couldn't
When
jump.
Zaven Collins was starting, I'm like, oh, okay, I see. I guess that's, they like Zaven better, you know. I guess that's how they played out, but it wasn't over with.
You there?
It wasn't over.
You want to be a one and done again? Because this is how that happens. Get your shit together.
Green Bay versus the Vikings.
It may be too late for them, but for any chance of success, they'll have to win against hated older brother at Lambeau when Aaron Rodgers is wearing the white turtleneck of death. I'd say Kirk Cousins should do something, but Corona Chan broke through the plexiglass. He's out.
Yeah, would have been a much better. It was actually the first time.
Minnesota can now blame every single one of their failures this season on those damn dirty unvaccinated players.
This was the first time this season. I just clicked in my head. The first time this season that the Vikings lost by more than one position. Every game this entire season has been by one position, at least. Every game they played this season, they lost by one position. This is the first one where they, you know. So hey, pretty wild.
They don't have to look from within at anything. It was just
First game where they lost by more.
Minnesota could ignore their failure to contain 4-man rushes, generating the production of a sloth on offense, being burned repeatedly.
Was Sean Mannion, that's what that was, right? 14. Was he on the roster before this game started? I mean, like prior to the week.
The real issue is those unvaccinated players forcing them
And if
to
he
step
wasn't,
on
why
every
didn't
visit.
they start the rookie,
Green Bay can
kill
beat
him
them
on?
easily, that's fine. They'll send Minnesota a gift basket of
Hops.
heads for securing the #1 seed later. But tonight they will feast and dance until the sun rises.
Minnesota Vikings eliminated.
Eliminated.
Already, holy shit!
Man's got that Orochimaru voice.
Ride of Big Ben. Do you seriously believe that this game can be relegated to Sportsball with the sentimentality of this moment? What are you, a Browns fan? If you are, I'm sorry. Your team was the biggest disappointment in all of football.
Baker became the first player in the NFL to do what?
Sorry. Your team was the
First player in NFL this season to throw 10 straight
biggest
incompletions.
disappointment in
Wow.
all of football. You thought you were going
In the
to
game.
playoffs. Well, your only reward is becoming as dead as
Ooh,
Baker
hey,
Mayfield's
they
throwing
defense
ability.
balled out, man. They stopped Chubb and they got 9 sacks.
Browns eliminated.
We had quite a bit happen this week, didn't we? A good chunk of the playoff picture has come into view, and only 3 invitations remain in this contest to the death. First, however, the divisions. The AFC East is still up for grabs, but
Buffalo win and clinch. New England win and Buffalo lost and clinch. So Buffalo has to lose?
Buffalo is simply a win and clinch scenario. New England needs both a Bills loss and a win against Miami in Miami, their kryptonite. The NFC West is the final division.
So they normally lose in Miami. Okay.
For the Cardinals to secure it, they need
Didn't know
San
that.
Francisco to beat LA, and they'd have to take care of business against Seattle. The AFC wildcard spots up for grabs are simple in theory.
I've seen a lot of these scenarios already, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Let me see. The Texans, Philip Dorsett expected to miss final 2 games. Oh, more people out the COVID.
If they Football is a brutal game.
All right, let's see real quick.
Bell toll for the fallen.
Unit lost.
Seahawks played Adrian Peterson on injury reserve. I feel like he only had 1 game with them, and that was it. Darren Waller on the COVID list. Darren been out for a minute. Falcons plays 4 on the COVID list.
Unit lost.
Chargers add 2 players to COVID-19 list. Remove 5. Brian Edwards activated. Carl Nassib and Jordan Simmons on COVID list. All right, we're gonna end it here, y'all. Shout out to Urinating Tree. Appreciate y'all for watching. Hit that like button for me. The predictions are coming after this video. So if you're watching this right now, I'm editing the prediction video. So appreciate y'all for watching. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe. Stay tuned. Stay blessed.